Welcome back inside the coach's room. I'm Steve Peters. You can just call me Petey. I used to be a video guy in the NHL for over 20 years, and that's why I break down these videos, and I just do what I see. And I want to say something before I get started today. Usually I just break down the goals of these games and maybe give you a few things to look at on the next game, but there were so many penalties last night and a lot of controversial calls and non-calls. So I'm going to make a video especially for that, with the penalties and all of the things that may or may not have been called. And I know it's going to be frustrating for people to watch, but I want to say this first. I don't have any allegiance to any team. I grew up in Minnesota. I was a Minnesota North Stars fan. They moved. I didn't follow my allegiance down to Dallas with the Stars. And then I worked for the Coyotes. And as people know, the Arizona Coyotes have since moved to Utah. So I have no allegiance to any team in the National Hockey League. I don't work for the Edmonton Oilers. I don't work for the Florida Panthers. I clearly don't cheer for either of those teams. And Edmonton Oilers were in the Pacific Division for a very long time against the Arizona Coyotes. And I'll tell you this, we didn't cheer for the Edmonton Oilers. So I'm just trying to show you what I see. And I apologize if sometimes my views come off a little bit biased. And usually I'm trying to show that good plays happen. And sometimes I get excited about the team that's making those good plays. So just think of that as you're going into this. And I know if your fandom lies with one team or the other, you're going to see things differently than I do. So as I go through these goals, and more importantly, when I go through the penalties later, please keep that in mind. If you want to watch the penalty video, make sure you subscribe to Inside the Coach's Room so you can see all of those penalties, calls, non-calls, and some of my thoughts. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. It's coming out in just a little bit. But for this video, this is about the goals. So without further ado, let's get to the Florida Panthers 6-1 win in Game 3, and it starts with an offensive zone faceoff. And the Edmonton Oilers have struggled with defensive zone faceoffs this entire series. And this one starts with a faceoff in the defensive zone. And this is about a race to the puck between Kane and Luosterainen. Luosterainen's able to get his stick on the puck as Kane comes over top instead of underneath. That's how Luosterainen's able to get a stick on this puck. But they get a little lucky bounce. It bounces off the back of Lundell's skate, and it goes this direction. So I get a little bit of a lucky bounce. Now, on faceoffs, I want to make sure I know who's covering who or where they're supposed to be going. So Kane's job as the inside winger, he needs to get out and cover that defenseman. He's going to pick the player on the inside, and then he's going to get out to the defense on the top. That's his job. Kapanen on the other side, he's got to get to the inside defenseman. That's his job. Draisaitl, center on center. Centerman has to take that center all the way back to the goaltender. He's got to take the center and defend him all the way to the net. The wall defenseman, same thing. He's got to be inside position. And right now, Nurse should be a little bit more inside of Marchand, but he's taking him back to the net. And now for the inside defenseman, this is Klingberg. Now, the Florida Panthers play this different. They play man-on-man and allow this player to chase the inside winger of their opposing team, which means this defenseman is allowed to go all the way up to the blue line if you're a Florida Panther. But he's not a Florida Panther. He's an Edmonton Oiler. And right now, their defensemen protect the net front. That's the most important area for them. And if you've watched the Florida Panthers, you know why. So now you know where everybody's supposed to go. Let's see where they do go. As the faceoff goes on, Draisaitl loses Lundell. And that's going to be a big part of this play, as he's unable to get to Lundell. Now they need a switch. Someone's got to go and help out and get Lundell. And that's where you need to communicate if you're the defensive team, if you're the Edmonton Oilers, because you can see Draisaitl's got Luosterainen, and you can see in front of the net, Klingberg's got Marchand. So Nurse has to go. Nurse has to go. Nurse has to be aggressive. Nurse has to stop this play below the goal line, get stick on puck, and stop Lundell. That's his job right now, but he doesn't. And it's not all on him. They've got to communicate. You've got to let him know. He doesn't have eyes behind his head. He doesn't know what's happening here. So Klinger's got to holler, go, 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 go. So Nurse can go and close this down, but he doesn't. As Lundell spins around, throws the puck to the net, this is just follow the bouncing puck. It goes off of Nurse's stick. It hits Draisaitl. It hits Nurse in the back, and it gets a really lucky Florida bounce. And it ends up right in the feet of the Florida Panthers, just to the side of the net. And Skinner sees the puck. He's tracking the puck. He's in good shape. He moves from his left to his right so he can push off to get Lundell. Klingberg's also watching the puck. That's how Marchand's able to separate himself and find open ice at the top of the slot. Lundell, one-touch pass to Marchand. Marchand's able to separate himself from the defenseman Klingberg. And now Skinner makes a big push. Skinner's going to his left, and he overpushes. I'm not sure where he thinks this puck is going. I'm not sure if he thinks this is a one-time shot by Marchand right here. I don't know. But Skinner pushes so hard, he puts himself out of position, and he's lost. So Skinner gets stuck. And he's too far out of his crease. He's turned the wrong way. Marchand just takes one step to his left, shoots the puck between the defenseman's legs, and it's 1-0. And when you see it from this angle and you see the bouncing puck go off Nurse and Draisaitl back, Nurse's back, and again, a favorable bounce. and it goes right to Lundell, who's able to get it to Marchand. But you can see Skinner, how hard he has pushed and how far he has gotten out of the net. And Marchand's able to put that through Kapanen's legs, and it's 1-0 Florida. Well, the next goal for Florida starts on the power play, and it starts off as a good kill by the Edmonton Oilers. Get a piece of that. Henrique gets a piece of that, keeps the puck from getting inside the middle, and then Nugent Hopkins is able to close off Bennett, and he's able to keep this puck from getting into the inside and getting into the middle. Then it's a block shot, but as so often happens for the Florida Panthers, it's a lucky bounce. The block shot goes right to the defenseman. It's right to the defenseman of the Florida Panthers. Now they have maintained possession of the puck. They always want to try to get to the puck to the inside. That's where they feel the Florida Panthers have their best scoring opportunities. So you can see now what happens. We talked about this last time, the top-down defending on the penalty kill for the Edmonton Oilers. Henrique's job is to push Bennett down. And right now he's got to stop. When that puck goes back up top, he has to stop, and he has to allow his partner, Janmark, to do the job. Janmark's turn now is to go up top, and Henrique's job is to fold underneath, rotate underneath, and get back and cover the slot. But Henrique doesn't do that. He stays with Bennett down into the corner, and that creates all kinds of room. He gets stuck down here. Look at all the room up top for the Florida Panthers. Look at that room that Rodrigues has in the bumper position. Schmidt drops the puck off to Rodrigues, and now it's everybody, and I mean everybody for the Edmonton Oilers is trying to get out there. 3 players are doing one player's job. And not only are they not covering the bumper Rodrigues or the backdoor play to Verhaeghe, they're not playing the front of the net or the bumper play either, because you see Ekholm and Henrique double up, do the same job. Nobody's covering the front of the net. Nobody's covering the flank on the other side, and nobody's got Verhaeghe coming down. This is an unfortunate penalty killing error by the Edmonton Oilers, which leaves Verhaeghe driving down, and a great shot by Verhaeghe. He's able to put that over Skinner's shoulder. When you see that from behind, that's an amazing shot by Verhaeghe. I can't blame Skinner on this one. Off of the bar and in, and it's 2-0 for the Florida Panthers. Edmonton's able to make this 2-1 again on their power play. We talk about movement, creating space. Edmonton does a great job. You can see Ekholm goes this way. That pulls the penalty killer that way. That's how you create room on the power play. He fakes the pass to Bouchard. Penalty killer bites. Now he's got room down low. So look in front of the net. Perry's covered. The ultimate goal scorer on this is Perry. Mikkola goes out, flexes out when the pass comes. And when he does that, Jones needs to recover the front of the net. It's exactly what happens. Puck goes down low. Mikkola attacks the puck carrier, and Jones gets back to the front of the net. We talked about the last goal for the Oilers about getting back to your position. Well, Mikkola's got to get back to his position now. He's done his job. He's forced the puck to go back up. Now he's got to get back to the net front. That's more dangerous right now, but he stays, and he stays up high on the flank right now. And I know Draisaitl's a big deal on the flank, and that's why he's staying there. He's trying to take away that flank player. But as Bouchard drives to the middle, he can't take a one-time shot because the shot lane is covered, but he pulls to the middle of the ice. And now again, everybody's concerned about Draisaitl because he is the most dangerous player on the ice, but that allows the net front play to open up. And you want to create 2-on-1s. And right now there's a 2-on-1 right in front of the net because Jones is trying to cover 2 players. He's trying to cover RNH, who's out there, and he's trying to cover Perry in front of the net. Bouchard recognizes that, gets the puck to Perry, who's been camped out in front of the net. Mikkola can't recover and get down there quick enough. Perry makes a great play. When you see this, and this is how this works, this is how quick the power play eyes are working. Bouchard's watching this happen out of the corner of his eye. He knows what's happening in front of the net. So as soon as Jones commits over to RNH, as soon as he goes and moves, now that's when that pass can happen. And that's right when Bouchard delivers it to Perry. He pulls it in tight and puts it over the pad. And look how much room he has. Great play by Perry. He's able to get this up and over. Bobrovsky almost gets this one, and Edmonton makes it 2-1 on the power play. Well, Florida comes right back. It's 3-1 for the Florida Panthers. This is just early in the second period. And this puck is bouncing around the neutral zone. As the Panthers try to dump it in, it goes off the shin pads of Reinhart, and it looks like, oh, Edmonton's going to go the other way. Wallman's got the puck. But this is where we talk about Florida's tight gap and their ability to be uptight on their opponents in the neutral zone. Jones is uptight on this play, and he's able to create a turnover. And now it's transition going back the other way. Well, watch McDavid get in front of Barkov. He just impedes his progress, gets in his lane so Barkov can't get on this puck. So McDavid is slowing him down. By the way, for the penalty video, is that interference? No, it's not. He's just getting his lane, getting in his way, taking away some of his time and space. But now you can see Klingberg gets the puck. Klingberg has the puck, and now he needs help. He needs communication. Again, don't have eyes in the back of your head. And we're going to see from the other angle what Klingberg's looking at over on this wall, and it's not good for him. So Barkov is forechecking. Right now, he's got to get help from the people that can see. This has got to be a reverse, because he's open. This is where the open ice is. It's over here. You can see the Panthers are going this way. The Panthers are going this way. And once we see the other side, the Panthers have covered the wall. So the play right now is reversed, but he wants to get this puck to McDavid because they always want to get the puck to McDavid. The Oilers want the puck in McDavid's hands. So Klingberg comes around the wall, but now, great job by Barkov. He can't get the puck to McDavid. He can't make that play. Barkov cuts off the play, bumps him into the referee, and I don't think this is a ref's fault, man. I think Klingberg's coming down already. I think momentum's already falling down. I think he's going down without the referee's help. I know Oilers fans won't agree with me, but that's what I think. I think Klingberg's going down anyway. But now he uses his hand trying to push the puck up the ice and keep himself out of danger, getting it farther away from the net, but unfortunately bounces right off Verhaeghe, and Verhaeghe is able to stay with this puck. McDavid's momentum is carrying him down to the goal line, so Verhaeghe is able to push this puck to Reinhart. Reinhart's able to put this right between the legs of the Edmonton Oilers defenseman, and it beats Skinner, and it's 3-1 for Florida. And when you see this from behind, and I know one of the things we're going to talk about in the penalty bill is that a slash? Probably not. But I want to show what Klingberg can see up the wall. Kapanen is on the outside, meaning he's on the back of the Florida Panther forechecker. Klingberg can't put that puck up the wall. He can't put this here. He can't make a direct pass. If he does, it's going to get turned over. So either Kapanen's got to get to the inside, or Klingberg's got to fire this off the glass, or like we said before, the safest play is in behind. And that's where they got to communicate so he can reverse that puck. And then Barkov puts his free hand on him and pushes him into the referee, and that's where the turnover occurs. And there's McDavid's free hand doing the exact same thing on the other way. And again, we talk about the quick play from Verhaeghe into Reinhart. Reinhart puts between the legs. There's no way Skinner sees this one either, and it's 3-1. Florida makes it 4-1 in the second period. And this one starts off at the blue line. As you see Bennett coming to make this hit, it's 12:47 on the clock, right when the puck comes off of the stick of the Edmonton Oiler. And when the puck leaves puck holes and sticks, and Bennett makes contact, it's still 12:47. So it's less than a second later. It's full contact with the body. His foot is still on the ice. It's a clean hit. It's a hard hit, but it's a clean hit. And then he makes another hit. Well, that physicality ends up making a difference, and the Florida Panthers are able to create a turnover along the wall because Tkachuk beats Klingberg to the puck and knocks the puck back to Bennett. But Bennett tries to flip this puck out of the zone, and when he does that, Podkolzin, who had just gotten up, is able to keep this puck in the zone. And here's the mistake. Right now, the Edmonton Oilers need a change. Arvidsson needs a change. We need a change down low. They need a change. And when your team needs a change, what do you need to do? There's only one play here. He's getting pressured from above. The Florida Panthers are coming in to put pressure on Podkolzin. He's got to get this puck deep. He's got to put this puck down to a safe place so his team can make a change. But he doesn't. He holds the puck for an extra beat, which allows Luostarinen to get a stick on this play. And Ekholm, he's trying to make the play to Ekholm, but as Ekholm goes in, his momentum's carrying him this way, and the Florida Panthers is going that way. Bennett gets a head start. Luostarinen gives the puck up to Bennett. He's got fresher legs, so passes the puck off to Bennett. Bennett's in all alone, beats Skinner on the breakaway, and now it's 4-1. And when you see it from above, and you can see where everybody's tired, look how tired these players are. They can barely stand up, and the bench is ready for the change. Podkolzin has to dump this puck down, and these were these little mistakes can add up throughout a game. He's trying to make the pass that he shouldn't try to make. And I will show this. If this connects, if Podkolzin can get this through, Ekholm's got a ton of room. But the woulda, coulda, shoulda, hope plays at just inside your blue line when your team is tired and you have no support in behind, you can't make those plays. So Podkolzin makes the play, turns it over to Bennett, and Bennett's able to get in and make this one 4-1. And by now, this one's out of reach. And it's in the third period. And I believe me, both teams are not playing the same way at 4-1. They're not. They're not playing the same way. So as a video guy, I know we would stop. If I'm scouting a team and it's 4-1, 5-1, 6-1 in the third period, we're not going to look at that team's tendencies because they're going to play different. But I want to show the Florida Panther power play. One of the plays they've looked at all season long. This is their go-to money plays to get Reinhart in the bumper. They go low, quick low play, and Reinhart shoots. It's what the Florida Panthers do. And if you scouted them at all during the season, you know that's their play. That's what they're trying to get to. But the Edmonton Oilers have that really well protected. And there's no way to get the puck to Reinhart. So Barkov gets the puck back up the wall, and he's going to try again. Nurse does a good job cutting it off. And here we go again. Let's try the same play again from Barkov to Tkachuk. Let's see if we can get it to the inside to Reinhart again. But look how tight the Edmonton Oilers are again to Reinhart. Can't make the play. But Reinhart's got his stick free. His stick's to the inside. So the Florida Panthers are able to make this play. Ekblad's got all of this ice coming down the back door. Tkachuk can't make a direct play because he can't get it through the Edmonton Oilers defense feet. So he gets the puck in. This is a one touch. This is a heck of a play. What a pass. This pass. And then the no look backhand spinorama by Reinhart to Ekblad. That's a phenomenal play. Ekblad gets it off his stick. And again, you can see Skinner's thinking that Skinner gets stuck. He gets stuck trying to push to his right. His foot gets stuck up off the post. I don't know if he's thinking it's a one-time shot by Reinhart, but as he's trying to get over Ekblad, he gets stuck again, and that's not the push you want to have from your goaltender getting from your left to right. And it's 5-1. And you want to see this from above, how well they have that area protected. They did a great job. The Edmonton Oilers did what they wanted to do. They cut off that play. And when you do that, you need to let the goalie know we're taking the inside play. You'd always let your goalie know we're going to give him one thing. We're going to give him the backdoor D. That's what we're giving him. And by covering Reinhart this big, you're going to have to give up something. So right now, they should know that's what's open. And Skinner's got to anticipate that play a little bit better. He does. And it's 5-1. The 6-1 goal, it's a 5-on-3 late in the game. No one cares. And I tell you what, the funny thing for this one is the Florida Panthers don't have their power play unit out there. And Rodrigues has to direct traffic saying, hey, you're supposed to go over there. You're supposed to be at the top on a 5-on-3. So he directs Mikkola over there, which opens up the one-timer to Rodrigues. Edmonton Oilers have no chance here. It's a 5-on-3. They're playing it tight. They got their triangle tight. There's a man in front with the screen. Rodrigues just beats Pickard clean, and it's 6-1. There's not much to that. It's a 5-on-3. And that's how this one ends, 6-1. Next up is game 4. And for the Edmonton Oilers, they just got to let this one go. The Edmonton Oilers didn't play like the Edmonton Oilers in this game, and they got distracted and they got off their game. They got caught up in the physical part of the game instead of their speed and skill game. The Edmonton Oilers have played this series razor thin until this game. And they got off of their game early. They weren't able to get on the forecheck. They weren't able to get their speed through the neutral zone, and then it just fell apart. So when you're breaking this one down as the Edmonton Oilers, you move on. You move on and go back to the things and be positive and show videos of things that you do and do well as an Edmonton Oilers team. You show you're getting the puck out quickly on the breakouts. You're going to use the wall, use that wall, beat that forecheck, get the puck up the ice quickly. Edmonton has to put this game behind him. They can't play like they did in this game in game 4. For the Florida Panthers, man, they're playing like the Florida Panthers, and they're disrupting their opponent. And that's what the Florida Panthers do. They get under your skin. They got the players to get under your skin. And it worked in game 3. Edmonton can't get distracted in game 4 if they want to get back into this series. For the Florida Panthers, more of the same. Thanks for coming inside the coach's room as we break these goals down, and we'll be here until the end of this series. So make sure you subscribe to Inside the Coach's Room, and don't forget to jump on over and see that penalty video. It's coming up soon. I'm Petey, and we'll see you at the rink.